cause I got real life in my veins. They know I'm fly like a plane, even when I'm playing Jane. We told them only the real remain. Now the world know my name. Yeah, we overcame the pain. Had to charge it to the game. Don't you ever give up. We know they ain't no better than us. Move up love, it's never the lust. And our souls forever we trust. Got the drip, we dropping hard like rain. We gon' wear them on the low. They wondering how we came. Everybody wanna know, now they wanna know. This is how you feel inside your soul.
Peace reflection. How y'all doing, man? Looking like Crazy Bone curling or something. Boom, 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 bang, bang. All right, y'all. We back with another episode. That's better. Spirit, want me to talk about, this mass deception that's going on the face of the airplane right now. And y'all have to understand that now you know. You know what I'm saying? Like, first and foremost, if you are new to this channel, we welcome you in with high vibrational energy with open arms. We appreciate you for being who you are, for doing the work in real life in real time, staying divine, staying true to your calling and all of that. But we got to talk that talk. You know what I mean? A lot of y'all just can't be manipulated. All right, what up, Demi B? I see you. A lot of y'all really can't be manipulated the way that certain situations and scenarios or circumstances will have you to be. And you got to understand that this is a due diligence. This is dealing with the energy, the vibration, the frequency, and the time that you put in to be in the highest like the highest soul. You know what I mean? The highest vibratory soul of yourself. So you have to know deep down on the inside that one of the reasons why you can't be controlled or manipulated is because of the work that you've been putting in. Right? First and foremost, you know what I mean? I want to congratulate you for just being who you are on your journey and taking the steps to be the version of yourselves to, just to make it. You made it. You got to know that. You got to know that you made it. And moreover, you're still making it today. Right? So the energy, the vibration, and the frequency that you are operating on, that you are operating in, and even that you are operating as is being recognized, right, on a level far beyond what you possibly can fathom right now. All right. And you have to understand that this, recognition, those who recognize you, are now at your mercy. You know what I mean? They're now at your, they really like rooting for you. The same people that was hating on you, the same beings that were programmed, all right, to keep on freezing and still freezing. Yeah, they don't really want this slide to go. Yeah, I know how it be. Yeah, I know I'm one of the chosen ones in real life, man. It ain't even about me, though. It's about we. You know what I mean? It's about what we got going on. So anytime you have, power, to establish truth, where wisdom is concerned, they're going to always try to mess up the connection that is just a natural thing for us to connect like this. So you got to understand that, we can't be bothered by the interference. I want y'all to know that we really have the power to take over the loud through the phones. All right, we have the power over the static, over the friction. And once you really start tapping into that frequency, it's really nothing that they can do. Oftentimes I just allow them to mess with the loud, because I don't have to prove how powerful I am. Where wisdom is concerned, I don't have to show my level of intellect and how I can utilize my psychic abilities to override these portals. You know what I'm saying? I'm not somebody that got to throw my spiritual weight around. You know what I mean? But I've done, miraculous things even inside of this body. You know what I mean? I've laid hands on the sick and healed the sick. I've even healed my own soul. You know what I mean? I've came back from the dead. I've been shot and I died a couple of times. I've been shot more than one time in my life. And I came back, from the dead. I got power over death. So, there's a lot of things that I have done miraculously, but it wasn't by my own individual might. All right, it was by the power of the divine, something that is greater than what we can possibly fathom and it's physical. So I don't have to throw my spiritual weight around where wisdom is concerned, right? But one thing that we must do is set boundaries and not allow bullies, you know what I mean, to, you know, run the program on us so much to the what we don't know how to stand, for what's right and for what's real. You know what I mean? Um, a lot of beings that was hating on you, a lot of family members that was talking down on you, a lot of beings that said you'll never be nothing, in life, or you're grown and you ain't got it together. These are the same people that's gonna have to come back and see you 360 degrees. And I want you to have a good countenance about yourself, not to throw nothing in their face, what I mean, in a negative light, but to understand that they couldn't understand the vibration that you was vibrating on, when they were looking down on you. They really couldn't understand that you was somebody that was really breaking barriers and breaking spells and breaking cycles and breaking generational curses. And at the same time, making better generational cycles, making better generational, implementations for the generations to come beyond. So you're not just a cycle breaker, you're a cycle maker. Put that in the chat group. I'm a cycle breaker and a cycle maker. Put that in the chat group. And a lot of beings never thought that you would make it, all right, in this type of time. You got to understand what I'm trying to tell you, right? There's a lot of beings that thought, around this type of time, you'll be checked out. If you're a high vibrational being, if you are, a god, a goddess, a king, a queen, and even the finest of a human being, a lot of beings just thought that around this type of timing, you know what I mean, you wouldn't even be here right now. That's what they thought. See, but you made a whole nother cycle. Broke one, once you break one, you make one. So you got to give yourself some real support and some real love, and some real wisdom about yourself. I really want to just go crazy, but right now I'm being instructed to use my power to be very subtle. What up, sis? What up, Earth? What up, Earth Divine? I love you, you know what I'm saying? And I love your children. And I love the mother energy that you have. Me and my goddess, we always recognize you, so I just want you to know that every time I see you, I'm going to always acknowledge the essence that you have. You know, yeah, we love you over here, man. You keep up the God work, man. I just love to see a strong portal. You know what I mean? An activated portal with that. All right. So you are an activated portal. So we know anything you bring in through them gates is gonna be divinely powerful. And we just thank you for being who you are. You know what I mean? So with that being said, I want to start the lecture tonight. Okay. Now you know. You know what I'm saying? Now you know. Okay, knowing is just one thing. What up, get free stuff, right? Knowing is just one part of the, establishment when we're dealing with spirituality. You know what I mean? So in other words, when we use the word like knowing, we really accessing just knowledge. You know what I mean? What up, Tiziana? What up, sis? Right? We just access certain knowledge, and the knowledge, simply is knowledge of self. I want everybody to put knowledge of self in the chat group. Uh-oh. Yeah, just chill with me, you know what I mean? I might turn up, you know what I mean? But for the most part, I'm gonna just chill for right now. I know y'all be liking that, you know what I mean? I know y'all be liking that version of me, you know what I mean? That shit is in me though. You know what I mean? It ain't about me being egotistical, you know what I'm saying? It's about me really relaying a message in proper time, all right? But that's still there. I'm him, you know what I mean? Like, but right now, in my certain settings, my little one is over there sleeping and stuff like that. When if I power up, I'm gonna raise her back from the dead. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta be real. You know what I mean? I gotta be cool right now. She over there getting her Z's in. You know what I mean? And I'm respecting that. But so when we activate and when we elevate, we begin to understand the knowledge of self. But that's just the first level of elevation is to know thyself. Okay, so here's the crazy part about it. When you know yourself, right? What you're really doing is learning yourself. All right. Now, hear me. For some of y'all, you're doing more than learning yourself. I want everybody to put in the chat group, I'm doing more than learning when I remember. Put that in the chat group. I'm doing more than learning when I remember. See, when you remember something, right, it's not like you have to learn anything, correct? See, when you remember something, you're really not learning it, right? It's like when you do something, it's more like I'm remembering it. And some of your power that you have been activating right now in today's time, you just remembering it. Am I correct? What up, Diavise? Okay, so your gifts that's coming online, it's more like I'm remembering how to use my gifts. Correct? Okay, so we finna talk about something today. We finna talk about something today. Because you remember also when you're not using your gifts, somebody using them for you. When you're not using your gifts for yourself, somebody's using your own gifts against you. You remember that? There has to be some level of authority and ownership. You feel me? There has to be some level of authority and ownership with how you're vibrating, with how you are moved with your emotion. There has to be some level of ownership with your gifts. I just want you to understand what I'm trying to do right now, because you don't even know how powerful you are. You don't even understand where you finna go. Like, you really don't. You really have no clue. You have no clue as to what you can really do in this physical body on the planet Earth. You have no clue right now. All right? But I'm asking you just to remember. Remember how you broke those generational curses and those cycles of time. These obstacles were made to break you down. Remember that you was the one that the entire earth plane called for whenever there was a major catastrophe on the face of the earth plane. Remember, it was always you. See what I'm saying? It was always you. See, this hard shit then got easy because of you. Remember all the times you never gave up, no matter what the world threw at you. Remember how you had this, you know, great amount of courage, you know what I mean, dignity to move like no other. Do you remember all the energy, frequency, vibration it took for you to stay focused? And the times where they were trying to pull and tug at your mind from left to right, hindsight, foresight. Remember all the times they were trying to, spit on your name. Yeah, like literally. When you came around, they were trying to cast you down with all of the things that really didn't matter. Remember how they labeled you a weirdo and tried to label you sick, and how they tried to label you poor, and how they tried to label you all of these labels and titles that never could add up or amount to who and what you really are in real life. See, I'm not trying to have you remember all the negativity about yourself or about what they did. I'm just trying to show you how to remember the way you overcame, the positive energy that you utilized, and the things that sustained you when you was going through these difficult times. But it wasn't so difficult for you when you was going through it, right? I want everybody to put piece of cake, POC, POC, like pop. You know what I mean? Piece of cake. Really on the cool, what it was they wanted the whole entire cake, and you said, nah, man, I'll give you a piece of it. I mean, I remember that I can't be ultimately selfish, that even you deserve a piece of cake. You know what I'm saying? But don't think nothing sweet around here, because what I'm going to show you is that even you too can have a slice. Even you can have a piece of something nice, something that maybe just benefit. Because if I give you the whole cake, you're gonna be ungrateful. You know what I mean? You're gonna be ungrateful. I never give you the ingredients, and then the cake that we have is nothing like the cake that you see today. All right, but I give you a piece of it. All right, and you serve them, a slice, and it was a piece of cake. And I want you to know that the same energy that you carried way back then, that you remember, you maintaining it to this very day. And I think that sometimes you got to stop overlooking, where you are today, what you know about yourself. That's just the first part, self-knowledge. All right, now self-knowledge will allow you to learn some things outside of yourself as you are remembering your self-knowledge. All right, now self-knowledge will allow you to learn some things outside of yourself as you are remembering yourself. All right. So a lot of y'all are walking into a bubblegum because you begin to learn these new profound discoveries. Okay, dealing with the outside realm. All right. I want everybody to put in the chat group, I have mastered the inner version of myself. I have mastered, I have mastered the inner version of myself. All right. That's right. You have, and you're still learning how to master the outside. Okay. You have mastered the inner version of yourself. Okay. So now you don't have to stay locked. You don't have to stay locked in because you mastered that. Now you can unlock. That's right. You can unlock this energy within yourself, and you can begin to learn how to utilize what you've mastered inside or internally and eternally together externally. Okay, you can really begin to put two and two together. You can put some with some and make some, shake some. All right, and I'm telling you right now, you got to hear what I'm finna say. You got to hear what I'm finna say. You done already did it millions of times. Do you remember the last time you did it when you was on Earth? Do you? I'm just asking you. It's like it's not new to you. You starting to remember even before this lifetime going on. Like even before all of this, you know, remembering. You still remember that you remember how you had it going on. This is not new to you. They want you to believe it's new to you. The whole time they're new to you, but this is not new to you. The tactics are the same. The bullying energy is still the same. The way that the programs are being ran to, be excessive and overuse itself is the same. We used to say same, look and different crook. But see, this is the same look and the same crook, and we have to be able to access the level of divinity with the remembrance. Do you remember how powerful you have always been? That's a very great question. I put it like that for a reason. Do you remember how powerful you have always been? Yes or no? Do you remember how powerful you have always been? Yes or no? Do you remember how powerful you have always been? Now watch this. Even if you say sometimes, if you remember how powerful you have always been, then you must remember how powerful you always are. And if you remember how powerful you always are, then you can remember how powerful you always will be. Okay, keyword always, not powerful. Keyword ain't powerful. The keyword is always. Always mean when I'm having a low way, that's a way. That's a wave. When I'm having a high way, that's a ways. Okay? Always. When I'm having a good ways, when I'm having a bad ways, always. In every direction of way, I remember. Some of y'all remember the last time y'all died. Last time you were unalive. Some of y'all remember that it was very unjust. There were some things that you wanted to go back and set straight because the way that it happened was not justifiable. It was not honorable. It did not deal with any part of truth. It dealt with lies and deceit. And you came back to set the record straight. Do you remember? Some of y'all passed away very grateful. And you were very lovable, and you just went from glory to glory, and you said when you come back you're gonna set that record straight and teach other people how to move like that. Do y'all remember? See, now you know that it's always been about you. When I say you, your own universe is the most high residing in you. The universe that is the womb, the mother that we are currently existing inside right now, living out the dream, okay, within the dream. And Some of you are qualified to access what I call 5D communication. Put that in the chat group. Don't worry about it. I got something special for y'all at the end. If you're willing to stay to the end, we got something for you. 5D communication. Put that in the chat group. Now, 5D communication is so beyond words. Like words can't even not with 5D communication. Okay? But there is a certain way to utilize words, all right, to be able to sense when one is having an encounter with the medium type that carries and qualifies the frequency, vibration, and energy of a 5D communicator or a 5D, processor, okay, or a 5D receptor. So the 5D communication is allowing one to do what? Allowing one to know how to communicate, all right, through energetic mediums, whether it may be, a photonic medium, which is like, energy, the sun, whether it be a liquidal medium, water, or a solid and physical medium. Okay. And a lot of y'all are accessing this level of Mikado. All right. That's right. Telepathy. And what is telepathy? Telepathy is having the ability to feel what a person is thinking, not to hear what they're thinking, and to know that it's accurate. It's telecommunicating empathy. That's what telepathy is. That's right. The empathy is I can feel the thought, not hear the thought. That would be clairaudience, right? So once we are utilizing the empathy to empathize, then one must understand that 5D communication also deals with what? Sympathy and empathy, compassion and passion. That is a 5D communication. That's right. That is one of them. And you are now connecting to the air, to the clouds, to the birds, to the trees. Okay, you're able to access and utilize communicate through energetic mediums. Okay, and even frequency, energy, and vibration. All right. So there are some things that I'm saying to you right now that is you understand far beyond these mere words. All right, you understand what the communication we having on a quantum level, on a fifth density level. Okay, I'm telling y'all to go do certain things right now. I'm instructing y'all to go be certain things right now because you already have things right now. And these are things that you are receiving, cosmic codes that you're picking up on a quantum level. And it's time for people to stop playing with you because you are no longer playing with yourself in the way that they would want you to. When you play with yourself today, in today's time, you're playing according to your tone, according to your vibration frequency. And I'm telling y'all, some of y'all are very loving beings, okay? And you have your own way, and you can no longer feel bad for doing what's right. You no longer can feel bad for doing what's right. I want everybody to put that in the chat group. I no longer feel bad for doing what's right. It's right to a sin. It's righteous to a sin. What up, King Berto? It's righteous to be, everything that you are. You know what I mean? And it's righteous to utilize wisdom. It's righteous to empower your people, even if they are demonically possessed. Even if you see a demon in them, it's rightful to come back around and check their temperature because you know that nothing, or you remember that everything is affected by you anyways. So if you come around somebody that ain't your family member, they're going to be doing the same thing, tripping out. And your family member gonna trip out, but you got a little bit more wherewithal with them because they know you, they know your vibration, your frequency in real life through the tie of blood. So when you do cord cutting, you have the ability. What up, newbie? When you do cord cutting, you have the ability to access higher realms of awareness, and you can empower your family by setting them free. Right? You remember that they never could turn anybody that was in your bloodline against you. They can trick them to perceive you a certain way, but they can never turn them. Okay, put that in the chat group. They can never turn anybody in my bloodline against me. We call ourselves gods and goddesses, and then we run away from our family members. Like, what type of shit is that? We run away from people that we more powerful than spiritually, energetically. That don't even make sense. All right, they can trick them to perceive you a certain way, but they can never ultimately turn them against you. Why is that? All right, because to turn against something, then in order for something to turn it against you, that must mean that something must already be for you. Hello? In order to turn something against you, that means that something must already be for you. You can't turn anything against me because it's already for me. Now, I want everybody to put before the before. Before the before. And then check before the before. See, before you are those for you be. Before the before is you having the ability to access your ancestors. And this is going to blow your mind. I want everybody to put our ancestors are from the future and not the past. Now it's making you think, and I'm gonna stay calm because I really want to go. Y'all could tell I was finna raise my voice. I was finna get excited, right? I'm gonna stay calm with y'all. I'm gonna stay calm with y'all tonight. Y'all getting the wisdom version of RealReal, all right? The Mac Daddy version of RealReal. Let me calm it down. And let me put my, okay, I'm jada because baby sleep. I told y'all she was sleep. I gotta respect her energy. All right, the little one over there getting her in the astral. See, you didn't understand that when they told you that your ancestors came before you, you thought they're like, okay, the ones that came before me, like they in the past. Some of your ancestors ain't even hit Earth ever in life. You talking about? Let me take a breath. Let me breathe. Let's breathe together. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Again. One more time. One more time. One more time. I said, when they told you that some of your ancestors came before you was thinking like the past, like before you, like, okay, well, my granny came before me. No. See, some of your ancestors are literally before you. That way, like, okay, the ones that are literally before you have never entered a vessel yet. They know how to stay in the realm that they want to operate in and don't ever have to physically come to Earth. They like to do things that allow you to, you know what I mean, stay up to par. Peace to you, Malachi, right? They like to do things to make you, you know that the people that's watching, the time watchers that's watching you right now, watching your line with your time and trying to dictate to it, they got them in check. They got this. See, you got to understand that there's people who play with the future. They play with predictable future energy. I want everybody to put, all right, PDTE, predictable energy. They play with PDTE. They play with your predictable energy. All right. The predictable energy is trying to dictate off the past dictable energy. The past dictable energy is how it operates off the right predictable energy. You got to understand what's going on. So we have ancestors not only dealing with the past. Okay, some of the ancestors that are behind us now today. Go talk to the ancestors that are before us. Right? The ancestors that were here on earth that lived before me, all right, are now the ones who got my back. They behind me right now. They backing you up on the earth plane in the physical. But you got some ancestors that's what? Before you. You know what I mean? They for you be. They're before you for you to what? Be all that you are Everything that you have to know that these are the ancestors that are ascended masters and energetic mediums that do not have to have a physical incarnation to even exist. They solely operate in realms, okay, that are unknown to what most people can intertwine with in the physical. And you have to understand that this is a real reality, and you have no clue about how powerful they are and what they govern and how they govern what's coming in and what's coming out, what attacks that they can allow to get your attention, and what attacks they will never allow to get your attention to, regarding your level of ascension. So this is a real energy that I want you to know, because you got real ancestors that came before. 5D communication.
This is for the star seed. We trust in the divine to meet our needs. They will not corrupt our deeds. Yeah, we are G-O-D, children of divinity. We know that our soul came from infinity and beyond. We know that we want children of the sun. Get ready.